And so this right here, what you see on your screen right now, is a traditional butterfly. What makes up a traditional butterfly is that everything is symmetrical. Each leg between the legs are the same distance. And so in this example, we said it's 2 points wide between. We all have an understanding of the importance of building an awesome foundation when it comes to kind of building a property or something, building a high rise, building a house. You have to have an awesome foundation. Some people believe you need to have an awesome foundation as when growing up, your childhood, you can have a leg up. Well, it's the same kind of concept with options, that if you do not have a solid foundation, it's going to come back to haunt you often in your options trading career, because you're building on sand, you're building on ice, you're building on something that's not solid. We say here at Dorian Traders, three main pillars to the base of options. You have what is the call and the put, and what's happening when you buy and sell calls and puts, and what's the rights and obligations. You have to understand that first pillar. The second pillar is understanding the option chain, because that's where you execute and buy calls and puts and understand if you're at the money, in the money, or out of the money, and understand your probabilities of success. All of that is from the option chain. And then you have the third pillar, which we're going to be talking about today, and that's understanding basic option strategies. Because if you understand the basic option strategies, be able to understand all the different exotic strategies that are created out there. One of the strategies that is created is a butterfly strategy. I mean, we talk about if you understand the basic strategy, be able to understand the other ones, because they're just deviations from the basic strategies. And the butterfly strategy is one of those. It's just a deviation from the basic strategies, literally. And so let's break that down so you can kind of understand. I'm going to use the call side here. A traditional butterfly looks like this initially. For example, let's just say you are buying this option, selling this option, and buying this option. And then what happens is that the middle option that I'm selling here, you have two. So what's happening here for the traditional butterfly, each option leg has the same distance between each other. So it's 2 points wide from each leg. This leg right here is the wing. This is a wing, and this is the body. And it makes up a butterfly. And so if you ever did some type of like science project, I know my kids do it every year, is that we buy these kind of caterpillars, and then they go into their cocoon, and then they have to come out of it. And when they come out, some come out and they're perfectly symmetrical, right? The wings are perfect, and they're able to fly, and they just look pretty, look awesome, right? Nature has did what it was designed to do. And then you have sometimes where they come out of the cocoon with, a broken wing. One of the wings is perfect, and the other one is broken. And so it was a, birth defect, and they're not going to survive. So for some reason, whoever came up with these names came up with these type of names for this strategy. You have the traditional butterfly, you have the broken wing butterfly, and you have the iron butterfly. And so this right here, what you see on your screen right now, is a traditional butterfly. What makes up a traditional butterfly is that everything is symmetrical. Each leg between the legs are the same distance. And so in this example, we said it's 2 points wide between here, and it's 2 points wide between here, right? So the 744, the 746, the 746, and the 748, it's all symmetrical. When you look at this, though, I want you to understand that it's literally two strategies put into one. So it looks like this, but we take this away and we go like this. So in this example, you have what we call a bull call spread, and then we have a bear call spread. And what's happening when you turn it into a butterfly, you're just infusing them into one trade. It's two different trades. This is trade one, and this is trade two. So when you're doing this kind of regular butterfly, when you put them together, you can make $200 between the 744 and the 746. You can make $200 because it's 2 points. Each point is worth $100. Between the 749 and the 751, you can lose $200. Okay. Because it's, once again, 2 point wide. And so in this example, if you didn't receive monies, or if you didn't have to pay out monies, this will just wash each other out, right? But obviously, when you are doing if you're buying this butterfly strategy, you're paying some money. So it's $16 that you're paying, or $15. It's jumping around. So if they cancel each other out, you're still going to lose the $15 to $16 that you paid. because they're canceling each other out. What you won was canceled out by what you lost. So you wind up losing because you did pay $15. If this was the flip and you receive $15, then you'll wind up winning at least $15. But when you put it all back together, these two come together, right? And so let me remove one so you can see. And then I add two. And so I'm just going to bring it back to 2 points wide so you guys can see again. And so once again, as you can see, this is one contract, this is two contracts, and then this is one contract again. But that is the butterfly. You're taking two basic strategies, a bull call spread and a bear call spread, and you're infusing them into one that creates the butterfly, a traditional butterfly. Before we continue with the video, I just want to quickly point out, if you need any additional help, please consider joining our trading club. You can do that by clicking on the link in the description area, and you'll get a 3-month trial for a flat fee of $60. We look forward to seeing you in the trading club. Back to the video. So if we go back and we now kind of break down the broken wing butterfly, and so I'm going to just start off with a traditional one here, and let's do the same kind of concept there. And it's 2 points wide between each leg again. This is the 1, this is the 2, and this is the 1. Now, a broken wing butterfly would look something like this, right? And so now we have 3 points wide and 1 point wide. So this is a bullish broken wing butterfly, meaning that we're betting that this is going up. And so if it goes up, and let's say it goes up to the 746 here, we can make $300. Okay. Let's say it keeps going up and it goes to 749. Well, in this case, we will lose because this is the bear part here. Remember, we broke it down into two type of trades. It's a bull part and it's a bear part. That's the fact, regardless if you're doing the put side or if you're doing the call side. Obviously, we're showing the call side here. So this bear part, we could lose $100 because it's 1 point wide. So if it jumps up and it goes to 749, we will still be able to make 200 minus what we paid for the trade. So let's just say, for easy math, let's just say we paid $100. So minus 100 here, we would still make $100, even though it jumped up all the way past this long leg here and it went to 749. We would still make $100 because of this broken wing butterfly. If we did the traditional one, you guys, we would actually wind up losing because we had to overcome what we paid. But in this example here, we can't lose if it jumps up and if it goes all the way up. So let me show you the difference, right? So in this case, this is the curve view here for this broken wing butterfly. Keep in mind, you can see that we win if it goes up regardless. Only way we can lose if it goes down. If we switch this and we go back to a traditional butterfly and we go by this curve view, you'll see that now it's a little different because let me just make it a little bigger if we can do that. Yeah. Now you can see that we can lose to the upside and we can lose to the downside. Where we win here is if it kind of pins in this area, especially if it pins on this strike, the 745 strike. Okay, that's where we win. And so it's a less of a probability. You can see this one right here saying you have a probability of 4% of making something at expiration. So it's a small possibility the way we set this up. If you can set it up, obviously it'd be better than that as a traditional butterfly. But the way we've set this up for example purposes, you can see that's a big difference. And I'm doing this on purpose so you can see that now if we switch this to a broken wing butterfly, you'll see that probability of making some money has changed from 4% to 45%. So that's a big difference. And if you decided to do this and make it, closer to at the money or something, something like this, you'll see that now it went up to almost 50% of being able to make some monies. So it's just the way you structure this trade. And so the way I like to do it is do a broken wing butterfly, but do it for a credit. So for example purposes, let's just say we were going to buy this and we were going to, let's just say, just picking this out, do this here. And so this right here is going to give us a credit to do this broken wing butterfly. I can set it up in a lot of different ways, but you can see in this example, we have a 63% chance of making money because where we start losing is that it has to go past this and then kind of go to like 751 almost or 750. And so if you see this curve view here, you'll see that this is the at the money line here. If it goes down, we're going to win 100% of the time. If it goes up, we can still win 63, 65% of the time because it can go past this short strike here, this body here, and we can still win. That's just the way you structure the trade. Structure this broken wing butterfly. Okay. And then we got a credit here. So that allows us to still make money regardless if it does nothing. Okay. So then you have the iron butterfly. And the iron butterfly is when you sell something at the money and then you buy some wings. Normally, I try to buy my wings based on what is the expected move. Right now, this is 27. That's just rounded up to 30, right? So if I bought my wing 30 points wide, and that would take me down to the 709. That's pretty wide. But let's just say we did that. And then if we bought the 769, that would be 30 points wide. And so in this example here, this is as long as we selling at the money, as long as it doesn't go up or down 19.42 points, up or down, we're going to win at expiration. But that's inside of the expected move in this next 31 days, right? Because the expected move Tasty Trade is saying is about 27. We're getting $19 here. That's our cushion. So that's why Tasty Trade is saying you got about a 37% chance of winning at expiration on this trade. And so if we go to this curve view here and you look at it, let me try to make it a little smaller. So there we go. And so now you can see this looks like an iron condor type of risk reward, right? If it goes down too much, you can lose. If it goes up too much, you can lose. If it stays in this range, you can win, right? And that's the range. It's 19.42 range. And you're going to win if it stays in that range. Now, an iron fly is usually less than a 50-50 shot. But if you get out at 25%, you can usually take that up to about a 60% chance of winning. And so for us, we tell people to get out of these type of trades with about 25% profit. And some of you heard Dr. Meadows talk about this in the past, of that he's seen people do these trades and they try to get out at 20%. Some try to get out at 10%. They do a lot of contracts and still be able to make money, because you're going to have a higher probability with this type of trade if you try to get out at something like 25% or less. You guys see Dr. Meadows sometimes going for 35, 45, even 50% sometime, and he can get it a decent amount of time. But this is where you're going to have about a 60% chance of winning on the trade. And the risk reward is nice usually, right? This is risk 1 to make 2. So this is the iron fly.